Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Hey, good morning to you. It is Coffee Ann time right here on ON Radio, first day of August.
Hey.
Happy August Day to you. So I'm Joe Callahan. That's Dave Richards over there. Good morning, Dave.
What do you know?
Hello there. We expect Meg Rio to join us from Levitt Amp. We expect Richard Lane around 8:30, and we expect Melissa Murray to join us on the Coffee Ann program today.
Well, that would be nice.
As well. So to kick things off, the first segment sponsor of the Coffee Ann program is the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. So, Dave, the laptop's been fired up. Do you see anything from the chamber?
I do.
In your emails.
In my inbox, I have what they call the list from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. The networking pop-up. See, this is August now. I can talk about August stuff and people won't think, Dave, you're jumping the gun. All right, August 13th coming up. And what day is August 13th? It's a Thursday?
Nope, it's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday, you say. Okay, very good. From 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Hunkel Mexican Grill in Cumberland. It's the networking pop-up that you get a chance to go there and rub elbows with all kinds of important people just like you. And, well, everybody's important one way or another, right, Joe?
Yes.
Networking pop-up at our spots coming up again in September. Then they got the country club at the Kirkbrae Country Club Executive Golf Outing. Kirkbrae's also the scene of the Eggs and Issues breakfast featuring Senate President Valerie J. Lawson. They have an HR roundtable coming up. They give you all the programs and resources available for small businesses. And then they've got Blackie's in Smithfield will be a networking pop-up coming up too in the coming months. So we'll tell you more about them as they go along. If you'd like to become a member of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, you call the number 334-1000, but don't do it until 9 o'clock in the morning because that's when they start answering the telephone. Joe?
All right there, Dave. Thanks. We got a first note called in very early.
Well, I would say that's early.
1240. They just want a quick reminder, and we mentioned this. Mentioned this at the beginning of the week, and best of luck to Burrillville Little League, who head down to Connecticut tomorrow as they are in their regionals. And Dave, I'm not happy when people take something that's not broke and break it. Okay. It used to be.
You mean and fix it?
No, they actually take something that's working just fine and say, let's make it different. let's change it with the thinking that we're going to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
Rhode Island and Connecticut in the Little League, this is what Little League organization has done. Rhode Island and Connecticut are not part of the New England region in terms of this tournament.
No.
They are part of the Metro region.
Yeah,
which
I remember they did that
yes,
years ago.
They did. So, and I keep forgetting about it. but it includes New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Rhode Island.
Right.
So Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Mass, they're in the New England region.
Right.
So it's possible, I guess, you could look at it this way. Hey, 2 teams from New England could go to Williamsport, Pennsylvania to play. Okay, I guess that part's good, but I don't see why they had to break this up. But they did, and that's the way it goes. And New York, Rhode Island, Burrillville, they will play the champs from New York Saturday night at 7. And that game will be on ESPN. There's 8 channels of ESPN. It'll be on one of them. If you get them, if you're lucky enough to get them all, great. If you don't have them all, you might have a little trouble trying to find it. So anyway, we also want to bring up that the coach of the Burrillville Little League team will join our own. He'll be in the cheap seats tomorrow morning, on Saturday morning, with Kevin and Pat to talk about their trip down to Connecticut and see how things go down there. So
isn't that nice?
So that'll be great. So that'll be tomorrow. Kevin tells me 9:10, I think, is when the coach will be on the phone talking with Kevin and Pat about what they how they look for their chances down there in Bristol, Connecticut.
Well, what do you think the coach is going to say?
He's going to say we look great.
Of course he is.
We're going to look great. We're going to go out there. We're going to try our best. We're going to give it our all. As coaches like to say, we're going to give it 110%, not 100, 110, maybe even 120. If that's even possible. So best of luck to Barberville tomorrow as they move on, trying to get their way down to Williamsport, Pennsylvania for the Little League World Series. So just keeping it on sports for just a little while, Dave, the wringing of the hands and the gnashing of teeth has been going on like crazy since yesterday.
Really?
Yep. And it's from the so-called know-it-alls, and I put that in quotes, and I'm taking a completely different take on this whole thing, and people might say, Joe, you don't know anything, which is quite possible.
Joe, you don't know anything.
It's quite possible.
I've said it myself.
There you go. But the Major League Baseball trade deadline came and went yesterday, and the Red Sox did not make a big splash. They made a couple of little moves. And they picked up
doing a doggy paddle, not a big splash. Doggy paddle.
But people are always they're yelling and they're gnashing of the teeth because back when they traded Rafael Devers and all his money, we get to keep all his money. They said, well, we're going to make a big deal at the trade deadline. You'll see, it's going to be great. And it came and went, and they didn't make a big deal.
That trip to Tahiti looks pretty good. Maybe we should just
John
keep the
Henry
money in
wanted
our
that.
pockets.
No, the way I look at it, I said, it's the things we don't know. And maybe the other teams were coming, and they're telling Craig Breslow, who's the GM, who makes the trades, he said, there's no deal on the table unless Jarren Duran, Willie Abreu, Roman Anthony are on the table to be traded. And I'm thinking, he said, well, they're not. We are keeping those three. Sure. That's a core unit that we're keeping. Right. Okay, thanks very much for the call. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
We're not making any. If those three are not involved in the mix at all, along with prospects, then we're not talking to you. Okay, click. And maybe a lot of teams said that. And so there was no big splash to go after because they didn't want to give up a big splash. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so people they're crying foul that the Red Sox didn't do anything big yesterday. And I'm thinking maybe they couldn't do anything big yesterday because they did not want to give up something huge. They've got a very good core right now. I think so.
You mean they don't want to be stupid?
They don't want to be stupid. You don't want to make a trade just to make
They're
a trade.
Not caught up in the moment.
Right. Could we go after some of the bigger pitchers that were available? Yes, but what would you have to have given up to get them? And I'm telling you, if one of those three, or Marcelo Meyer, who is hurt but will be coming back,
right,
or Navarez, the catcher, who's up for Rookie of the Year, you don't want to give that up. And it's like I said, if they're not, they got to look at prospects, and they did give up a prospect. That guy Blaze Jordan, they had to give up and to get a pitcher back. So we're like, oh,
well,
okay, he was
Little
doing
League baseball running the place and fix things that aren't broke.
We'll fix it that's not broke. So there you go. So I'm okay that the Red Sox did not make a big splash at the trade deadline. Other teams did. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
Standings didn't change last night. We're still 5 games or 5.5 games behind the leaders.
5. I think the Yankees moved up because they played. Did they play yesterday? I think they played. So
yeah.
So there we go. So we're still 5 games out of first. So things are still fine. There is really nothing to worry about.
On the world of sports, tune in the Cheap Seats tomorrow at 9 a.m.
That's right. They'll go over the whole thing. So so Dave had this story this morning, and he read it to you about Governor Dan McKee has announced a 2-month special election period for Medicare Advantage subscribers whose insurance coverage was impacted when Brown University Health terminated its contract with United Healthcare.
Now,
it means you don't have to wait to open enrollment.
Yeah. Now, obviously, this program will probably have people who understand that more than our regular music shows. Mm-hmm. But if you are not 65 and older, then you haven't had your eyes opened up to the incredible insanity that goes on with Medicare.
Not yet.
You probably have just maybe accidentally seen the 5 billion different announcements on television, some of them 2 and 3 minutes long.
Call us, we'll help you.
That's right. We'll explain it all to you. Do you know why you have messages like that? Call us, we'll explain it to you. Because nobody ever explains it to you. They just want to talk to you and sell you what they've got.
Here it is. What do you want?
Now, you can come after me if you want, but you folks out there doing this stuff, you know it's true. You know it's true, and the way I look at it, truth is a defense against libel. And that's what I was always taught.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is, And now, the fabulous Denise and I went through this. And I consider myself a fairly up-to-date, knowledgeable guy. I pay attention. I read a lot. I'm always, got my finger on what's going on. I listen to people. And
Did you read that entire book they send you?
Oh, yeah.
It's 1,000
like
pages long.
It's like this. The real honest... Now, if you're in your 50s or something like that, and this is coming up for you,
Yeah.
the friendliest thing I can do for you right now is to tell you, look out and don't trust anybody.
But I love Joe
maybe
Namath.
maybe somebody personal who has
Who's
no
gone
axe
through
to
it?
grind,
Yeah.
is not selling anything, is not getting any money for putting you someplace. I mean, okay, like in my case, you know what helped me make my decision after I made 3 mistakes? I asked my doctor,
Who he
what
had
do
that?
you have?
What do you
Because
use?
we were about the same age.
Yeah.
And he told me the plan that he had.
Okay.
And I said, that's for
Done.
me.
All right, there you go.
And we've been reasonably happy and only slightly abused since then. So the deal is this. Now, all of my younger friends, including Melissa Murray, who's just joining us at the panel.
Hi, Melissa.
Good morning.
I'm going to tell you, my dear, dear friends, just don't trust anybody. Don't trust any announcements. Don't trust any commercials. We even
I
went
would
down.
never make those
we
phone
even
calls.
went down to the senior center when it was the Gaston Ayotte Senior Center.
Still is.
When they had a program there.
All right.
And they had a program there, and it was to inform you
Enlighten
about
you,
all of
okay.
this. And the wonderful, caring person on the other side of the desk from us, trying to answer all our questions
In person.
in person, could not say what we needed them to say because of legalities,
Okay.
because of the threat of reprisal, and all the rest of this. Nobody can look at you in the face and say,
You should take this.
right,
Okay.
this is better than that
That.
because of this. That is better than this because of this. No, it's just like, tell me you're sick. Tell me what you want, and I'll tell you who does it. That's the best you can get. But when you're just turning 65, my friends, try it. I endorse it. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you need. You're making a decision. Oh, by the way, and this gets to answering your question, Joe.
All right.
The cool part about all of this, it is now between October and December 5th or something like that. And you are now saying, I have to make a decision, and they will not let me change it. If it's the biggest boner I ever pulled, they will not let me change it for a full year. I'm stuck with this decision.
More than a year, because you go from August, all the way to October of next year.
Well, this is August now, but when you're looking at this, it's usually the last part of the year.
All right.
In my case, my birthday's in the beginning of the year, so I was looking at it at the beginning of the year, and it would have been at least 6 months before I could change my mind. Didn't want to make a mistake. I'm older than Denise. She wasn't involved in this first one. But as I'm saying, so you just don't know the future. You don't know what you need. You hear people talk. You see 5 billion stupid ads saying we're the answer to all your problems. Just call us and tell us your zip code.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
You know?
And we'll figure it out for you. Yeah.
And I know that once you call them and give them your zip code, they own your personal contact information. And if you don't buy from them, they'll sell it to somebody else for a
Yeah.
profit. So is Dave all in the lather about this? Because I think that this is almost on a par with the injustice that we do to middle school students in this country.
In what way?
It's done a second time when you turn 65. The injustice is you have to make a decision right now that you're going to stick with for a long time, whether it's right or wrong, and you don't know the future, and you don't know how to make that decision.
In middle school?
Yes.
What's the decision?
In middle school, for the convenience of the educational machine, they force middle school students to decide their career path.
No, like college or
Right.
business
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
College, vocational.
Vocational, that's the word I'm looking for.
Neither. You have sports, whatever, you have to choose your career path because they will schedule you through high school based on the decision you made when you were stinking 14 years old. Now, nobody I know personally, knew what they wanted to do with their life at 14 except me.
I did.
Sometimes you had people that wanted.
Okay.
I know.
Melissa, I just found out. Melissa knew at 14 what she wanted to do with her life.
Right, but then everybody told me that you can't do that.
But I knew people that wanted to go to the
my
medical field at that young age too.
My-
Whether they did, I don't know.
My problem was that everybody in my family told me you could do anything you want. So when I wanted to be in radio at 14,
They said no.
no, they said
Oh, is it okay?
you could be in
Yeah,
radio.
see, good. You had that encouragement.
Right.
You know?
At 13 years old, I came to this radio station on 99 Main Street in Woonsocket.
And they said, "Come back
and
in 3
I said,
years."
I want a job. I'm going to be in radio and stuff like that. They patted me on the head. They were very polite.
Yeah.
Took me to the water cooler and said, "Can I get you
cup of water?
Can I buy you a cup of water?" Showed me around the place
Oh, nice tour.
and
Okay.
said, "You know, you're too young to work."
"Come back later." Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And they said, "Come back when you're 16." There you go. And then they probably laughed as I trudged down the stairs because I couldn't wait for that stinking elevator, which was so bad in the commercial building at the time. So I went down the stairs rather quickly, and they probably laughed at me. But the joke's on them. I came back when I was 16,
Yeah, show them.
You actually came back.
and they hired me.
For better or for
Tenacious.
worse.
Yeah.
All right.
Stubborn, yeah.
We got to take a
all
break
that.
here on the Coffee and
So,
program.
folks, talk to
Yes.
friends, talk to trusted
About
people who have
Medicare.
lived through it. Talk to your elders when it's time for you to do this, and they'll tell you about the mistakes they made.
Yep.
Maybe you won't make them.
All right, this segment of the Coffee and program has been
Oh,
sponsored
wait a minute.
by.
We didn't finish with this. The fact is you can only choose between October and December 5th. Once you've made a choice, you can only change a choice between October and December 5th.
Unless
Now,
there's a major event.
This is the
Yeah,
thing.
unless there's a major event.
Now your medical professionals no longer are in the system with your chosen medical insurer. United Health in this particular case. United Health is no longer partnered with Brown, and you may be going to Brown or any of its various levels and depths. And not Brown University, but
Brown Health.
Yeah, they
Brown.
gave
Yeah.
they sold their name for a lot of money to a really bad hospital company, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what they did. Very smart for the hospital company because they needed to change
They
their
had a
name.
bad rap, yeah.
Not really great for Brown, but that's my personal opinion as an observer. But time will tell whether I'm right or wrong. But the point is that here in June they got rid of it. You couldn't even go to your own doctors anymore. They were never going to pay your insurance that you're paying for was never going to pay for your hospital stay. So they had to do something, and that's why the Rhode Island state government petitioned the feds to allow early changeover.
We can take a break on the Coffee and program. We're going to get to Meg. She's waiting in the wings. and
Oh,
we
is
will-
Megster here?
We will get to her in just a
push
minute
off
here.
the break.
So,
We'll do a double break next time.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yep.
All right. this-
334-1000. Call the chamber at 9 o'clock. Good morning, Meg Rigo.
How are you there, Meg? Wait a minute. Oh, there she is. Hi, Meg.
Good morning.
Good.
Hey,
Nice of
that's
you
a
to
voice
join us
I
this
like
morning.
to hear. Sun shiny and bright and everything. I bet you it's still cloudy and raining where you are.
It is, in fact, yes.
Yes, but it won't be today. Later on today,
Oh,
it's
no,
going to
it's
get
gonna be
real
nice.
nice.
I
So
love.
everything looks great for Levitt Amp. Chris Pierce singing soul and blues tonight.
Yeah, he is quite the musician. He actually did an interview with Medium, which is a culture blog in Providence, and talked a bit about his life and how excited he is. He's never performed in Woonsocket before.
Have
so
you
this
seen
is
that
his-
interview, Meg?
I have,
I
yeah.
was asked to put that up on our social media system, and I don't know how to love these people or trust these people, so I did not yet. You think I should?
I
mean-
think they're trusted.
You know me.
I think-
Am I going to regret that because you just can't trust bloggers sometimes as a group?
No, you'll trust. So Rob Duguay has been like a culture and music writer in the Rhode Island music scene for
Okay.
a really long time. So
All right,
I trust the man.
we'll pass it through. We'll give it the pass.
I saw Rob because I follow Rob on X, and he posted all about this about Chris was coming to Levitt Amp and like that, and so I tucked in as a comment afterwards. Oh, and by the way, you can hear it. You can hear it on 99.5 FM, 1240 AM,
Great.
streaming on all our social media like that, beginning at 6. And so Rob came back and gave it a like.
Well, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it was nice. Nice of him to do that. So,
Isn't that nice? Maybe I should have asked you if we could trust him. I didn't know.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Joe vetted him for you. You're good to go.
Well, I just follow him. Anyway, who's the opening act tonight, Meg?
Tonight we have Ike D, who's also like singer-songwriter. We've got men with guitars tonight, but Ike's performing with a band, so we'll have a drummer and then another instrumentalist with him this evening.
Okay.
And what kind of music is Ike singing these days?
It's like also kind of in that soul blue. He calls himself a multi-genre, doesn't want to be caught in any one genre, so we'll go on a little musical journey.
Well, blues kind of works because if you went back like 50 years from now, you'd find out that the Rolling Stones billed themselves as a blues band.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin. They build themselves as blues bands, and indeed, if you look through the rock and roll, there's blues underneath them notes.
Look at the Moody Blues. It's in their name.
They never build themselves
No,
as a
that's
blues
true.
band.
That part's true. So, okay, talk about food trucks tonight, Meg.
Sure, tonight we have the return of the lobster lover, so get ready for your lobster mac and cheese. We have Nessa back with her smoker, which has been a very popular stop in the park. And then we have Ryan Bakes, who makes, she makes vegan, like, baked goods. And I don't want that to scare anyone away. They are absolutely delicious. Like, she's making food that folks with allergies can eat, but that is, like, genuinely yummy for all of us people that are out there in the park.
The fabulous Denise endorses the chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah,
I brought her a chocolate chip cookie home last week, and she says, "This is good stuff."
Oh, nice.
And plus,
if you
there's
didn't
also
know, they were
chocolate chip
allergy-friendly.
and lots of other varieties, too.
Yum.
Now, Meg, we have an additional feature tonight you haven't mentioned. Fireworks at 9:30.
How fun.
You're confused. I get it. No, seriously, the Holy Trinity Carnival found the wisdom on Wednesday before they opened to reschedule their fireworks from Thursday night at 9:30 to Friday night at 9:30. So I promised Father Dan that I would say all day on the radio, and as soon as we're done with the concert at 9 o'clock, everybody go down to Park Square, enjoy the rest of the carnival, which goes on till 11 o'clock tonight, and the fireworks at 9:30.
Brilliant. I love good fireworks, and like fireworks while we're personally cleaning up will be exciting, but fireworks if you're in Park Square will be even better. So that's great.
So right after the concert tonight, enjoy fireworks at Park Square.
So cool. We're also partnering with Grow Smart tonight. Grow Smart is a group that's talking about smart growth in cities all across Rhode Island, and so they are highlighting Woonsocket, and they're taking a walking tour of downtown Woonsocket and then concluding their walking tour in River Island Art Park for the start of the concert this evening. So we've got a lot going on.
Well, very good. It's 6 to 9 p.m. tonight at the River Island Art Park, right off of Market Square. Bubble Goddess going to be back again?
Absolutely.
All right, there we go. Other kids' activities going on as well?
I think we're just like back to same old. We've got the giant Jenga, we've got the cornhole, we have a lovely high school student that's doing her National Honor Society hours by making friendship bracelets if anyone wants to join her in the park, which is really sweet. We've got some temporary tattoos with the Levitt logo on them, so we've got some special stuff.
Good stuff.
Are people really, is there a champion Jenga player down there that plays every week? That's a tough game.
It is a tough game.
Do you want to challenge them?
I do not. I am not good at this at all.
You know what's funny? There are champion chess players. Like, we have that massive, like, life-size chess. Okay, life-size if you're a very small child. But we have a big chess set. And at the end of the night, it's always like, how close are you to finishing? Because I either have to interrupt this game or you guys have to be responsible for cleaning up.
We call it a draw.
So we can all get to the fireworks. Exactly.
There you go. There you go. All right, so that's tonight, week number 7, Meg, of the 11 Amp Woonsocket Music Series with Chris Pierce. Have a great time tonight.
Thank you so much. See everybody in the park.
And Meg, as you leave the house this morning, bring a sweater or a light jacket.
Oh, I love watching a concert with a sweater on.
Well, starting in about 3 or 4 hours from now, today's weather, Autumn Fest would kill for.
Well, true. Yeah.
But Autumn Fest is in October. And getting up to 70, 71, well, the 1st of August, you say to yourself, should be warmer.
Should be warmer.
Yeah. Well, for the next few hours, we
Right.
are going to be on the chillier side, but that's not going to be the big thing. We do have a little breeze out of the northeast, and us New Englanders know what a breeze from the northeast is.
Yeah.
Chilly.
Right off the water.
So anyway, bring a sweater or a jacket when you leave the house today. You may want it later in the day.
Okay. Thank you for that tidbit. I definitely will.
All right. Thanks for calling in, Meg. We'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Meg Rigo from the 11 Amp One Socket Music Series for tonight, 6 to 9 at River Island Art Park. Well, they're one step closer in Massachusetts, Melissa. The state senate up there approved banning cell phones in schools statewide. Remember we had the story? It was last week at South Carolina. Oh, you might have heard it. They've already done this.
Yeah.
Starting this year.
Yeah.
Well, then we got to do it here, huh?
Well, we don't
We've
have
already
to,
passed
but
we've already passed my bill.
in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
It's a statewide ban in Rhode Island?
yeah.
Why didn't I hear about this?
I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
thinking this is brand new stuff. Does it start this school year or next year?
No. Yes, it does. It does.
Not this September. It
Right.
starts next September.
Right,
Okay.
because each district will be able
They
to
may have
craft
to buy lockers for them.
Their own
No,
way?
not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Oh.
So it's up to the district to craft whatever policy works best for them.
I see.
Right,
Okay.
because sometimes they have those like clear bags, but those cost money.
Yep.
And as you know, not all districts, including ours, have that kind of money. So it's up to the district to do, whatever they feel is right for them.
I don't know how you missed this. This
Yeah, it
this
was a pretty big
information.
bill. I got a lot of press
Oh,
on
well, great.
it.
Well, they're trying to pass it in Mass. It passed the Senate
Yep.
in Massachusetts, and now it goes on to the House. Governor Maura Healey, she's for it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
They have to be
okay.
because they can't let Rhode Island show them up.
And
We
the
did something first.
and the two largest teachers union are for it.
Yes. They
Not
are.
surprised there.
But apparently, it's not going anywhere in the House in Massachusetts. The Speaker, Ron Mariano, says he recognizes phones are a distraction, but also understands the concerns of parents worried about reaching their kids during an emergency. What do you say to that?
That came up also.
It comes up all the time.
It comes up all the time, and so there was just a little bit of pushback. The parents saying, what if I can't reach my child in an emergency? The fact of the matter is, if there was something to happen in the schools, there are like phones in most of the rooms. The teachers can have their phones. What they don't want and what public safety doesn't want is like hundreds of parents getting in the car,
And driving.
driving to the schools, and showing up and getting in the way of the folks who are trained to do their job.
All right. Rich Elaine has joined us at the coffee table. Good morning, Rich.
Hi.
And Rich and Dave and me, and probably you, Melissa, we remember all going to school, and there were no cell phones. They already had plans in place if there was an emergency.
Yeah.
If your parent had to get a
course.
hold of you, they called the school office.
That's
and then the
right.
office called you.
Right.
And
then
you went
on
down
the
to the office.
loudspeaker, come down to the
Yeah,
office.
so-and-so report to the office.
Yeah,
You went down there,
yeah.
telephone call for you with your mom or your
Right,
dad.
right,
Oh,
right.
How you
Right.
doing?
I
And then
have
they
a
tell you what
novel idea.
What's that, Rich?
How about the school teacher just standing there looking at the kid and say, put the phone away?
Because they can't.
Why can't they?
Because if the kid trumps him or disobeys, his
There's
or
no
her
repercussion.
ability to press the issue to successful conclusion is limited by law and statute.
It's not right, Rich.
What
Can't
about,
whack 'em.
what about the nuns that used to
can't
smack me
Those
inside the
days
head
are
with a
gone.
ruler?
Those days are gone.
That's private school. That's still okay. All right,
Well, if you took the nuns and put them in a public school in 2025, you would, in
nuns
2
would be
days,
sued.
have no nuns left.
Yeah.
They'd all be in
Right.
prison.
that's right.
No, or cry.
We got to take a break because we haven't taken one yet here on the Coffee and Program. 766-1240.
Let's have a break.
If you want to call in a comment
You
or
break
a
it, you
question
bought
of
it.
some sort.
First news, best music. This is ON
The
Radio.
Broaster House continues to be your number one choice for an excellent variety of chicken, seafood, appetizers, and sandwiches. Check their website, brosterhouseri.com, for their catering and takeout menus, now featuring grilled salmon. Favorites also include shrimp and corn chowder, steak sandwiches, fried butterfly shrimp, and much more. The Broster House, 263 Pond Street, Woonsocket. Call 762-1717.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team? We can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes, teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
Back to school is on the brain. That means new notebooks, pencils, new everything. And while the kids are getting ready to get book smart, it's time for you to save smart with Straight Talk Wireless. Switch now and get a free Moto G 2025 with 5G when you activate select plans. Now that's a smart call. Get Straight Talk covered by Verizon's 5G network. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Offer valid through 10/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Purchase of gold unlimited plan or higher required for offer. Must activate the plan in-store at Walmart. Cannot be combined with other offers.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores. This weather forecast is being brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Gradually becoming mostly sunny today with a high of 71 degrees and a breeze from the northeast. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 55. Saturday's weather, sunshine and 79. Sunday, sunshine and 85. Monday, sunshine and 87. Tuesday, mostly sunny and 86. Wednesday, partly sunny and 85. And next Thursday, partly sunny skies and a high near 82 degrees.
Outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio, right here on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, cloudy skies. Rich, is it raining?
Drizzling.
Little drizzle. Okay,
Yep.
very good. And we have a temperature reading of 60 degrees. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Wow! Can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
Attention Rhode Island landlords. Did you know that Rhode Island has a new registry for rental properties and units? Register today at rentalregistry.ri.gov. It's the law. If your property was built before 1978, you'll need to submit a lead certificate from a licensed lead inspector. Getting a lead certificate may take some time, so start today. Learn more at rentalregistry.ri.gov. Help keep Rhode Island families safe. rentalregistry.ri.gov. Sponsored by the Rhode Island Department of Health and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
It's Coffee and on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Rich Lane, Melissa Murray, Dave Richards, and this segment of Coffee and is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper, which Dave happens to have in his hands.
I do. And the North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone edition is right here. By the way, in all of the editions, just want to tell you, the local scoop is a special insert for there, and it starts off with a story from Woonsocket and Corey Plant, Family Secrets with Explosive Flavor, the history of Woonsocket's dynamites. Ha ha! Lots of stuff. So you culinary folks out there will really enjoy this. That's on the inside. On the front page now, McTee's Tavern.
We know Timmy.
Menden Road. There you go. We do know Tim. Ethan Shorey has a great story from Cumberland about him coming to the aid of a North Smithfield Marine with cancer. Woonsocket confirms talks on future of the wastewater operation. That's an interesting one. City officials have been quoted in the Corey Plant story there. And I just got to put this down and open this up full for those who are watching on the TV screen this morning.
Is that a picture of Rich in the ring?
Yes.
In the black?
Not enough hair.
He's in the chartreuse
blue
and pink tights.
No.
Rich, you're New World Wrestling Extreme Summer Sizzler 25 event last Saturday.
It's
on the front page of the Valley Breeze.
I'll tell you what, it was very well attended, and we thank everybody from coming on, not only supporting them and
there's
the
more
folks.
photos on page 9. I'll make sure you get this copy
All
so
right.
you can take it back
All
and
right,
enjoy
absolutely.
it. But Brian Bayside wrangles with Red Dog during the one of the matches there last Saturday. But you made the paper, not bad at all.
Yes.
All right, and Water Advocate resigns, calls committee work effort and futility. This is from North Smithfield. Corey Plant has a story there for you. Let's turn our attention to the Cumberland and Lincoln edition of this week's Valley Breeze. Frustration builds as Rhode Island DOT further delays the Lincoln Improvement Project.
No, of course it does.
You can't do them all at once. Plus, the
They'll
McTee's
try.
the McTee's story is also in the Cumberland and Lincoln edition over here. And let's see what we have here. And Cumberland EMS was awarded $170,000 in Lowe's hometown grants. Read all about it in the Valley Breeze newspapers, plus great ads from great local businesses. The Valley Breeze, free where you shop every Thursday. Joe?
Thanks, Dave. All right, okay, back over to Rich to let us know what's going on at the Post now that we're into August.
Yeah, well, we are into August, and in fact, tomorrow night, August 2nd, we have the band Pieces of 8. They're going to be performing underneath the pavilion from 7 to 11 p.m. As always, no cover charge to listen to the bands. We have our bar area open, and we actually have a vendor truck there. Asian Cuisine
Nice.
is going to be at the Post tomorrow night serving up some of their food. So one thing I've noticed a lot with the band, we don't announce it enough, and that's my fault, that a lot of times that we do have like various food trucks, or one of the entities will be doing the hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff. And with the times of the band from 7 to 11, most people probably have supper and then come see the band. So a lot of the times, so don't eat tomorrow night before coming to see the
There you
band.
go.
Okay, yeah, don't eat. Asian Cuisine will be there serving up some good food. So like I said, that's tomorrow night. Pieces of 8 band under the pavilion from 7 to 11 p.m. And then we got a couple of things going on for the next couple of weeks, but I really haven't got a lot of information on that yet. But the next band that we have, there's no bands until once again on Saturday, August 23rd. We got So Many Roads coming back. That's the Grateful Dead tribute band. They always draw a good crowd. That once again is 7 to 11 p.m. on Saturday, August 23rd. And once again, the bar's open. Plenty of parking. You don't have to worry about any of that. And it's just a real good time listening to the music for free. And then on Saturday, August 30th, New World Wrestling Extreme does return. So there'll be some good wrestling matches again. And you can always go to nwwextreme.com to take a look at their upcoming events and to buy tickets for the wrestling. And then we get into Saturday, September 6th, Radio Badlands back at the Post. And then one of the biggest things we got going on, I said last week, and if you didn't have time to mark your calendars, please do so. Saturday, September the 13th, we are going to have a country fest here. And that's going to be from noon to 11 p.m. We've got Don Colt and Company is going to be the opening band from 1 to 4:30 p.m. Some good country music. And then Bulletproof, which is one of the main drawing bands in the Rhode Island area for country music. Bulletproof is going to go from 7 to 11 p.m. Now we're going to have a pig roast that's going to start at 5 p.m. The tickets for that are $18, but that's a pig roast with all the fixings with it.
All the pig you can eat?
It's called pork, Joe. The
Sorry,
other white meat.
sorry, Rich.
I'm going to try to gather myself
Continue,
here.
continue,
All right, I'll
yeah.
continue.
Pull yourself together, Rich.
Pull yourself together, yep. But like I said, that pig roast starts at 5 p.m., $18, and that's going to have all the fixings with it. And all during the day, we'll have burgers, hot dogs, hamburgers, and French fries for purchase. So once again, Saturday, September 13th for the Country Fest, Don Colton Company from 1 to 4:30, and then Bulletproof from 7 to 11 p.m. That also, you're not paying to listen to the music. You're not, so I don't know of other venues like where there's not some sort of cover charge for the music or something like that. I mean, we have these great bands coming in, and we just want people to come and listen to the music. Like I say, you got the outside bar open, serve up some good beverages, and just have a good old time
So
with
say
everybody.
thank you by picking up something to eat or drink there.
Absolutely. Not only say thank you for that, but I got other things people can say thank you for too.
Like?
See, in fact, a lot of people have been doing this, and I truly, truly do appreciate it. I talk a lot about our veteran service vehicle, what we do with that. And for those of you that are listening out there for the first time, the veteran service vehicle is a vehicle that we have exclusively out of American Legion Post 85. We run independently from the VA. And what we do with this vehicle is that if you're a veteran out there and you need transportation to and from a medical appointment, whether it be at the VA or your private medical appointment, all you have to do is call the American Legion Post at 401-766-7585. Identify yourself as being a veteran, and give the person that's answering the phone your name and your telephone number. I'm the duty officer for the vehicle. I'll give you a call. I'll have to verify that you are definitely a veteran. That can be done with your VA medical card or a copy of your DD-214. And what we'll do is that if the date is available, because we're going to do one trip a day with a veteran, but if that date that you need ride to your medical appointment is available, we will pick you up at your house. We will take you to your medical appointment. We will wait for you at your medical appointment, and we will bring you home. This is all free of charge. Now, the way people out there can help us is that the insurance for that vehicle is astronomical. It's this year alone it was $4,400, and they're expecting insurance rates for vehicles to go up as much as 30% next year. That means $6,000 to run a service vehicle with drivers to help our veterans with their medical appointments
For free.
For free, plus gas, plus maintenance for the vehicle. And I'm just going to say it flat out. That's not going to be sustainable for us if those prices go up, okay? This is a service we do not want to stop, okay? Because veterans really, really are depending on this. So if you have it in your heart, or in your pocketbook more than your heart, I guess, just drop off a cash donation or a check or whatever down the American Legion Post 85 and write on the envelope, courtesy vehicle. Believe me, the people down there will make sure it gets to us, and we'll use that to help pay for the insurance expenses and to pay for the gas. But we have had Lance from Interstate Seal Coating gave us a nice donation last week. I've had veterans, believe it or not, that are better off than some of the other veterans that we transport, have actually got done with a ride and handed us cash. Because they say, well, and I tell them, no, we don't. No, you take this. You guys are not only helping me, you help other veterans. So, if you got it in your heart out there, please just drop by the post, a little bit, $5, $10, whatever you can afford to help us transport veterans to their much needed medical appointments. And I'm doing pretty good. I look at the clock and I say, Joe, I have to take a break. So, and then, of course, we have the banner program that's going on. We're going to try to put if you've been through some of the small towns in the area.
They have them in Cumberland, where you see those banners, like the banners that you see for Autumn Fest or for the holidays up on the poles in downtown Woonsocket. These will be honoring veterans. Each one will be a different one. So if you have a veteran alive or deceased that you want to honor or in memory of, you can purchase a banner. And do you have the website handy?
No, but I'll tell you what, I got something better than a website.
I got it right here.
All right?
You know what? I did. I put the flyer up in the hallway.
The flyer's
I
in the
forgot.
hallway. That's good.
That was me.
I'll wait till Dave gets back, but I believe I know it by heart, but I don't want to give it out wrong, because somebody will write it down and they'll go, it's the wrong one.
Right.
But I mean, one thing you can do if you don't have a computer and you're saying to yourself, I don't know how to use the computer or website, you can call the American Legion Post 401-766-7585. Tell the person at the phone, I'm interested in the banner program. could you have Rich call me? Mm-hmm. And I will call you, and I'll explain the whole thing to you. Melissa, you got the website right there, right?
No, it actually is a QR code, and it's bringing me to the. Oh,
Bringing you to where?
I believe it's www.uvc
WOON.org. Yes.
Yep. So once again, www.uvcwoon.org.
Yep,
And then you'll
UVC Woonsocket. Yep.
Yep. And you'll see like this scroll thing there, and just keep scrolling to the left or the right, whichever way your computer works, and you'll see a military banner program. And click on that. But like I said, if you have a hard time with a computer, don't be afraid to call the post. 401-766-7585. Say, have Rich call me about the banner program, and I'll be more than happy to do that.
All right, Rich, thanks. We're going to take our final break here on the Coffee and program. More coming your way. Stick around.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777 or biglou.com.
ON Radio.
It is Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, Rich Lane, other things going on in the news. You might have already heard that the man that was killed at the Block Island Airport was a legislator from upstate New York.
Yeah.
His name was Dan Wilson, died from his injuries. I thought he was the pilot. He was not the pilot.
Oh.
Just a passenger in the plane. The other 2 members that were hurt was the pilot and another female. The pilot was 87 years old flying the plane. Now, they haven't come out. FAA hasn't said anything. Is it pilot error or what? But now other pilots are coming forward, and they're saying, you know, that runway on Block Island is the shortest in Rhode Island at 2,500 feet. And you're coming in at, a pretty good clip.
Yeah.
And they say, but extending it would be environmentally bad and might be even worse. So, but then again, I wonder how well maintained is the runway. Are there divots in this thing? Are there cracks in this runway?
I've flown in and out of the Nantucket Airport. It's on a little tiny plane.
Well, you can only take tiny planes.
Yeah, it's frightening.
Well, okay.
Yeah, isn't there somebody, they think he overshot the runway a little bit?
It could be, and they're looking
Yeah,
at
you
that.
don't have a lot of room for error there.
Yes,
So.
if you overshoot it, you're in the trees.
That's what.
So. All right, so they continue to look at that. So nearby, Seekonk, Massachusetts, relatively close, the former postmaster of the Seekonk Post Office, she's being sentenced. She'll be sentenced in October. She pleaded guilty yesterday. You know what she did?
Threw mail away.
No.
Opened
you hear
mail.
about that?
That was just a guess.
Opened mail and took money out.
No.
What?
Close on the money, though. Stole over $19,000 through fraudulent no-fee money orders. So if you came in to buy a money order, she's charging you the fee and pocketing it for herself.
$19,000 worth of fees?
I know. So you figure, what,
That's
$1?
a
$2 a fee? She's doing this for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
The money orders are used by the Postal Service as a safe alternative to sending cash or a check through the mail. As postmaster, 48-year-old LeBlanc had the authority to approve and issue no-fee money orders. So she sold them a no fee, told them that there was a fee, they paid the fee, and she took the cash.
Wow.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I didn't know either.
Did you? I didn't know there was a no-fee money order.
I guess you have to ask each post office. Can you waive the fee?
Well,
on
I'll
this?
be asking.
So start asking if you're gonna do this. So
Yeah.
I'll be asking. $1 in my pocket is better than the U.S. Postal Service.
is that how
I'll
much
tell
they
you
charge?
that
Do you know
much.
what the fee is?
No, I have
I'm
no
sure
idea.
it's more than $1.
I'm sure it's more than $1 too, but wow. But she was caught. All right. So so this must have shook up the police in Cohasset, Massachusetts. Everybody do you know where Cohasset is?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
up by Nantasket Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. It's south of Boston, right on the water. No injuries, no citations issued when an SUV rolled out of a parking space and hit the Cohasset Police Station building yesterday. It rolled right into the chief's office.
All right.
Hello.
Officer, I can explain that.
It did cause minor structural damage to an exterior wall and office. Police said there was no disruption to public safety services. The chief is okay. Doesn't say if the chief was in the office at the time.
Oh.
And he wasn't cited, or the driver wasn't cited, so I guess he wasn't drunk or wasn't high or anything like that.
His car
so
just rolled out.
I didn't stop it for whatever reason. And it hit the... Must have... That's you read about these kind of things. It's like when the fire station catches on fire.
Oh God.
You just don't expect it to happen.
The emergency brake is for.
You just don't expect.
If you're on a little bit of an incline, just throw it on.
They just don't expect you to crash into the police office building. So, all right.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, that's a no-no. You don't want to do that. So we talked about the chief when he was here yesterday, a couple of days ago, and we told about, hey, be on the lookout for this because Miller Lite is having a big promotion around the country because they're turning 50. All right, and to celebrate on International Beer Day, the company, I think it's today, by the way, the company's giving away 50,000 free cans of Miller Lite at 450 bars across the United States. It's one can per person. So I went to their website. It's not going on in Rhode Island. It's not going on in Massachusetts, or Maine, or Vermont, or Connecticut.
They don't like us.
There's a couple of places in New Hampshire that are participating, and a few of them are VFW posts, Rich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little late for you to get in on this.
No, I'll have to ask our bar manager what's going on
I'm like,
with that.
oh, they made this big thing's happening, and it's like, it said when you go on the site, it said click on the state that you want to see where the big goings on are. I'm like, there's only 20 states.
Well, you got a Rhode Island. You got a Rhode Island based.
Don't expect
beer
publicity stunts to come out the way you expect.
I thought they'd have at least one in every state.
No.
Narragansett's doing a big thing in Rhode Island. It's their 50th anniversary in Rhode Island.
Well, maybe that's why Miller.
You want to know how I know that?
How do you know that, Rich?
Here's how I know that.
Please tell me.
There was. I will. There's a package store that I frequent down in Bellingham, and they had a raffle for like the 50th anniversary of Narragansett beer, and there was a very famous movie, if you remember.
Also 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary. So,
Jaws. Jaws.
yes. And I won a skateboard. You can look it up. You can look up Narragansett's 50. But I won a skateboard
with the Narragansett beer logo
with
on
it. On the back of it, it's got like a picture of what was the name of the ship? The
Orca.
Orca.
Yeah.
Had a picture of the orca on it with a hand coming out of a shark's mouth, crushing a Narragansett beer can. The graphics on it are so cool. So when they call me and they say, "Hey, you won this skateboard," I'm saying to myself, "I'm 70 years old. What the hell am I going to do with a skateboard?" Right. But I went down there and he says, you hang it up. He says,
go to the shop and buy some knee pads and elbow pads and a helmet. You're all set.
No, I'm not hanging it up.
Post.
It's pretty
Wrap
cool.
me in bubble wrap
really
because
is.
that's not those things.
That
are
is
pretty
really
cool,
cool.
But
much
congratulations to Narragansett. The only thing I do remember about Narragansett beer in Rhode Island is my dad, God rest his soul, was a lover of Narragansett beer, and he. And I remember when he'd go into a package store and pick up a 6-pack back when it was like $1.50, $2 a 6-pack. When my father passed away, just for memorabilia, I went and brought a 6-pack of Narragansett beer. Now I'm talking 10 years ago. it was over $8 a six-pack. I'm
More
like,
now.
Yes.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Now, didn't they at one time, that company, didn't they go to New York for a short?
Yeah, they left town.
Yeah, they left town for a little while,
They were
right?
purchased by Genesee.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so,
they've come back.
Genesee.
yeah, they're
That's
back in
throwback.
Rhode Island now.
Yeah.
So
So good for them.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Other things going on. The
That was
Boston,
upstate New York.
yeah.
the Boston Marathon bomber Johar Tsarnaev has lost his bid. Good. Anything he loses is great. Has lost his bid to remove the judge that is overseeing the challenge to his death sentence. Federal Appeals Court has rejected claims that U.S. District Court Judge George O'Toole has shown that he's not impartial through comments he has made in podcasts and at public events. Tsarnaev is challenging his conviction, claiming 2 jurors lied during questioning during the trial. He was convicted of all charges related to the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing and is sentenced to death, but when is that going to take place?
That was 2013.
It was 2013.
I would like to
over 10
volunteer.
years ago.
I would like to volunteer my
Bitch.
my place of residence to perform that act.
No, well, okay.
I will be, I'll be happy
we'll throw that
to
out
save
there.
save the state of Massachusetts a lot of money.
He's in Colorado, though, right now.
That's okay.
That
I'll
federal
fly
up
him over
there.
to my place. It's no problem at all.
Careful there.
Careful
there.
there. Come on, I didn't mean nothing by that.
Well, you
did I?
had, you
Did
had
I?
to shoot a rifle in the Marines, didn't you?
Huh? I learned how to shoot a lot of things.
All right, there you go.
Believe me.
All right,
Good shot, too. I am.
Some
I'm a
things
good
just
shot.
are you? Go.
Oh, you know what I found out the other day?
What did
too?
you
This
find
is
out?
great, too.
All right.
So I went to have my license to carry renewed in Massachusetts, right? So I went to the Bellingham police station yesterday, and I walked in, signed my affidavit and everything, and I looked at the nice lady behind the counter. I said, don't I owe you any money? Because it's usually $100 to renew. She goes, how old are you? I said, I'm 70. When you're 70 and older,
You don't pay.
you don't pay.
All right.
I told the lady, don't tell my wife. Whoops, I hope she's not listening. That's
Yeah.
$100
You're
in my
busted.
pocket.
Yeah, honey, I had to give $100 to the city of this town of
There you
Bellingham.
go.
So
So
sorry about
that
that.
was pretty neat. I thought that. So finally getting old pays off.
Yeah.
All right, for those of you that have a lot of money burning a hole in your pocket, and we're all like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to own Jimmy Buffett's yacht, it's up for auction. According to South Florida-based G3 Auctions, the 90-foot
Wow.
Cheoy, C-H-E-O-Y, Cheoy Lee expedition yacht was built in 1999, and the original price tag was close to $3 million. The minimum bid to start, if you want to buy it, is $1.2 million. All right? And it'll go up from there. But there's a catch. You know what the problem is?
What?
It's not in the United States. The yacht is in Thailand.
What?
Oh, well, you have
But
to
it's
just go get it?
You got to go get it. And you have to pick it up. The auction begins September 4th.
And then you have to.
money?
How much you got? How much you need?
I've got.
I got
I'm a little short of the 1.2 mil.
What do you got the one? You got 1.
I got the 1 point. Yeah, I got the 1.1. Don't you worry
0.1.
about it. So
It was $1.10, right?
why
$1.380.
why it's in Thailand and why no one has gone to get it after Jimmy has passed away? I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, and you got another thing like that, too, as far as auctions and stuff. There's,
Yeah.
what is it? They're trying to sell Babe Ruth's condo or something like that. Is that in New York? I think. And
They
like,
have condos with Babe Ruth guys.
I don't know, an apartment or whatever. Well, what is it with Babe Ruth? Yeah, Babe Ruth's apartment
His
or house
apartment?
or something like that. But yeah, it's an association that doesn't want like high-profile celebrities buying it because they don't want all the publicity to be around it.
Oh, so you want just
So,
to-
yeah.
You should buy
I
your
should buy it then. I'm a
celebrity.
Joe Schmo. So there we go. All right.
Is it rent controlled?
No, I mean, you can probably look it up, Babe Ruth's apartment or whatever.
Is it rent control?
All right. So,
New York.
So kids, get ready. President Trump is bringing back the presidential fitness test. They stopped Obama stopped it in 2012.
Yeah.
And they're bringing it back. So it's the push-ups, it's the pull-ups, the sit-ups, the mile run, and the sit and reach.
Good.
Can you reach your toes?
No.
well, you're 70, so you don't have to
So,
anymore.
Okay, well,
all
let's
right, so,
go.
all right. I did pass that test way back in the day. I'm so short that I can actually reach past my toes.
All right.
I'm not
arms,
joking.
Because-
I still can do it.
But because you're the
Show us?
And no, no.
because
Not
you're the
on
female,
camera.
because you're the female,
Yep.
did you have to do pull-ups or did you have to do what they call the hang?
The dead man saying.
The- yeah.
I don't,
You don't
remember.
Because
I
that
was
always
like,
bugged me as like a fifth grader. Well, how come we, as the guys, why do we have to do pull-ups and the girls don't?
Well, because females and male human beings differ in upper body strength.
Too bad. Start doing. Start doing.
now,
Joe,
now you
the
want
phone
equity.
calls are going to
Yes.
start to come in.
Yes. Well, the girls wanted equity then. Start doing pull-ups.
And hopefully they're calling in to request their favorite song at 2:00.
That's
There
right.
you
All right.
go.
We gotta run.
Is Joe there?
Do you remember coming up after the 9 o'clock news? Richard Lane, thanks for coming in.
Love coming in. Thank you.
All right. Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for Meg Rigo as well. Dave, thanks for being here.
We'll see you tonight, 6 to 9 at River Island Art Park with Ike D and Chris Pierce, and then at 9:30 at the Holy Trinity Carnival with the finale and the fireworks tonight. Then you got your matinee tomorrow, one price, all the rides, kiddies and stuff like that. Got the yard sale tomorrow, and they finish up tomorrow night with regular carnival activities. Make it a good day.
Thanks, Dave. It's time for the news here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now,